Hello and welcome to World Traveler Cooking, where we cover interesting foods and interesting cuisines from around the world. Today we're going to make beignets. Now sometimes these are called donuts, French donuts. They're a little different from American donuts, but you can basically see that this is probably the basis for American donuts. Now, there are a couple different ways people make them. I'm making them with baking powder today, but you can make them with yeast. Just add a teaspoon or so of active dry yeast and let it rise for half an hour instead of going with it immediately here. But otherwise, the recipe should be very similar. I have a teaspoon of vanilla sugar, 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 2 eggs, 125 milliliters of milk, 250 grams of flour with a half a tablespoon of baking powder added. And then I'm going to add lemon zest today. I think these are lemons. They smell like it. But they also kind of look like ripe limes. We'll find out. Sometimes people add orange zest, lemon zest, that sort of thing. So you can add that if you'd like. I'm going to today. And then we'll have oil for frying, and we'll have a little bit more granulated sugar for topping these. So let's go ahead and get started. So zest, if you're using it, the eggs and the sugar go here, and we're going to beat this until they're super smooth. I'll be back in a few minutes. Once that's smooth, let's beat in the milk. Then we will stir in our flour and baking powder mixture and mix this until we have a smooth batter. And I've switched from using a whisk here just because this will stick into the whisk a lot more. But it can take a little more effort to stir with a fork. But the nice part is you don't get, your whisk just like. Here we are. Once my small teaspoon-sized test is in, I'll take a little more, larger pieces, and we'll add them to fry. I'm going to add all of these into the oil before I decide if I need more oil. And as long as the oil comes up about halfway, then I can just flip them over when they start to brown, and that will be good. I'll be back when these are all fried. So we'll drain these on paper towels, sprinkle them with a little bit of sugar. Some people also sprinkle with cinnamon and other spices, but with, I think, the lemon zest, I think they should be good. And now, next up, the taste test. And now for the taste test. These are just delicious. They're not really like an American donut. They're fluffy, kind of more like an old-fashioned donut for Americans here, but the flavor and the texture is quite different. Softer, I think because of the baking powder and other things. And the lemon just gives it a wonderful flavor. So I love these. I'm going to make them many, many times in the future. Now, if you find this content interesting, you'd like to see more of it, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have anything to say about this video, I'd love to hear from you. Recipes in the description. Bon appetit, and see you next week.